Rugby is all about feeling. The feeling when you crouch, when you bind, when you set. The feeling when you go into that first defender. The feeling when you make that first tackle. The feeling when you take that first hit. We are that feeling. We are contact. We are Rhino.
And a good evening to you, rugby fans. Welcome to Fairfield, Connecticut. Fairfield University's Rafferty Stadium, where the number 16 Fairfield Stags get set to take on the number 2 Brown Bears. National Collegiate Rugby brings you Friday Night Rugby. I am John Broker, joined by Craig Wilson, the contact coach. Great night for rugby here in Fairfield.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful here in Connecticut right now. Two great teams going to battle under the lights. It's going to be a fun one.
Going to be a fantastic game here at Rafferty Stadium. Certainly a lot to play for. You see the teams warming up. Fairfield had a couple of unfortunate losses there. Brown undefeated. We'll talk about that a little bit. A lot of newer players coming in. You see one right there. We talked about him throughout the contest, but there's a lot on the line here for these teams.
Oh, absolutely. This is a massive game. So Brown are going 3-0 right now. They really want to keep that momentum. Fairfields want to wrestle back that momentum after a loss to Iona.
Brown undefeated so far this season. They have a lot of weapons. You see the returning Matt Mitchell right there. They are 3-0 with wins over Harvard, Syracuse, and Nazareth, and they can beat you a lot of ways. They have an incredible scrum that is very, very feared throughout the Liberty Conference and National Collegiate Rugby. They have a great line out where the power comes down in the maul right here. You see the talisman, Ali Corbett right there leading the way, and Henry Gabriel scoring. Here's freshman Ejua at number 13. He has been doing some wonderful work for this team since joining from England. Great sevens player in England, well known there, and now playing at Brown University, showing his stuff in 15s, so they can move the ball as well, and a deep bench. Here is one of those players. This is another first-year player. Roasted Dolnick touches down. Look for him coming off the bench later. But they have weapons across the field, Craig. They can play. They're smart. They can work no matter how they have to work. It's going to be interesting to see what they choose to do tonight.
Absolutely a tough team, but when we start to look at Fairfield, also a very good team, certainly on the up. Now, they had a disappointing loss against Iona recently, so they've got a 2-1 record. Beat Northeastern handily, beat Nazareth handily, but they're going to be frustrated at that 24-16 loss to Iona, which we're seeing now. And actually, Fairfield were up in that game. So they were up, they were ahead, and Coach Austin Ryan's going to be really disappointed how they let their team come back in. You can see 16-0 here. And then this is when Iona started to get back. Now, if we look forward to today's game, Iona played exactly like Brown are going to play. They're going to use their forwards, they're going to kick their penalty goals, and they're going to apply pressure that way. So in a way, that loss to Iona has set this up to be a classic match, because I have no doubt that Fairfield and Coach Austin Ryan have been working on the more of the finer arts around the discipline in this game.
Made 3 tries held up at the end of that game did Fairfield, so that's going to sting. That's going to be something they want to write. Coaching staff for Brown Bears is Coach Dave LaFlamme, the head coach. You see Dave right there, joined by Eddie O'Sullivan, former Ireland and USA national team coach, with Ryan Grant and Oliver Julian. And one of the great men, Jay Fluke, coach emeritus, will be watching on. Fairfield University, a couple of years now under Austin Ryan, head coach. Austin Ryan putting together a really good squad there. As you get a look at Coach Ryan, joined by Steve Capello, Nick Griswold and Jimmy Sheridan, Austin Ryan, really putting something together here at Fairfield University. What a program they are building into. Let's take a look at the lineups for these two teams. First, for the visiting Brown Bears, they have some players back from overseas duties. Let's talk about some of these players, Craig.
Absolutely. So the big names, Corbett, Estevez, they are big drivers of this pack. But I want you to take a look at number 6, Piglado. Absolutely brilliant athlete. He's been the engine room the whole year so far for Brown, and he gives them excellent go forward. If we just look at the backs, they're going to be looking to number 10, JT Dyer, to put them in the right areas of the pitch so their forwards can get to work. But critically, he has to open up that back line as well so they can expand their game plan.
For the hometown Fairfield Stags, also a very strong lineup. Let's talk about some of these players.
So it all starts with captain number 1, John May. Absolutely critical that he gets his forward pack firing, particularly around set piece. So that's looked to that man to really set their stall out today. And if we just look at the backs, I'm going to highlight number 13, Patrick Mahale, freshman. He's a young guy out of Gonzaga, but my word, he's put the league on notice. He's a great runner with the ball, great passer. He's got a good kicking game as well. So keep an eye on for him to try and exploit those wider channels.
Sure they will decide to use those channels. Here are your reserves for tonight. Both teams have pretty deep benches, some good players, some young players coming into their systems. It'll be interesting to see what they bring as the game goes on. Keep an eye on the depth of both of these teams.
Good, thank you.
Here is your referee for tonight's contest. It is Miles McIver. He is a local resident and a well-regarded ref, ready to get us going underway.
Just make sure you
the
guys
Fairfield Stags
are
will be kicking this one off, running from right to left on your screen. They will be wearing the red in
You guys want to stay all the way back there? This is
white
the team.
is going to be Brown University,
Yeah.
running from left to right
You're
on your
like
screen.
20.
We're
It's
almost
up to you,
ready
but yeah,
to
we're,
get
I think like
underway
here, somewhere around
at
this area.
this
No,
National Collegiate Rugby
Okay.
Friday Night
We good to
Rugby
go?
contest.
Thanks,
Referee
Red.
McIver making
Coach,
sure
wait for us,
everybody
line.
is good
Here
to
we go.
go. We're here at Rafferty Stadium. Fans on the near side.
Party time.
Big t-shirt giveaway here tonight at Rafferty Stadium. As we get underway, it's Henry Novicki to get us going. The sophomore psychology major went to Zavarian Brothers, now playing fly half for this Fairfield team. Estevez, the Portuguese number 8, quickly takes that one in, gains a little more ground. Very good at
Outside,
that.
boys.
Dylan Lewis gets the ball away. Dylan Lewis, a little closer to home than Providence. He's from
Good,
Pelham, New
Red,
York.
good.
Rye, New York, excuse me. Ball launched downfield off the boot from inside their 22 by the Brown Bears. Fielded by the Stags just inside their own half. Ball goes directly in a touch. We are going to come back. It is going to be an early line out here for the Brown Bears. Good attacking opportunity for them.
Absolutely. Really good exit play there from Brown. They just kept calm, they kept composed, and what a wonderful clearance kick. That put absolute big pressure onto Fairfield, and they scuffed their kick, and it looks like Brown have got an excellent opportunity to attack.
This is a strength of this Brown Bears team. We saw it in the pregame. We'll see them go right at it, I am sure. They like to get a little power going in. See Asa Rosenmeyer, the first-year player at the back there. Tight head prop for this Brown Bears team. And Rosenmeyer picks up Matt Mitchell. Matt Mitchell takes that one down. They don't go to the maul. They go straight off the back, mixing things up a little bit. Here's Dyer with the ball. Dyer gets to Corbett. A little pop pass there from Corbett to Joe Alhasso. Alhasso, the Reading, England junior at Brown University. Ball out, waiting pod on that left-hand side. Well defended by the Fairfield University Stags. Another set of runners out here as they go to the width right away. They one of the big boys out there. Like he is going to be driven into touch. Good defensive work by the Stags. Both teams figuring out these multi-line fields a little bit here, Craig. Be a line out for the Fairfield University Stags.
Yeah, overall good defense from Fairfield. You saw some Brown. They looked to play quick ball. There was nice little tip plays into the hole and also return plays. So it was interesting. They hit the midfield and returned back.
Stop!
Ball up the middle line out there to Mike Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, the sophomore from Dix Hill, New York, takes it down, but it winds up in Brown's hands. Ref says everything's okay. Ref McIver, a good eye on things here. Ball quickly out to Alhasso. Alhasso has nobody outside of him. That may have been Henry Gabriel. Ball out to the left-hand side here. There's waiting runners. There's an early try on offer. There's an early try scored, and it is a touchdown. No problem by the grad student. It is Will Sinfield for 5 points, and the Brown Bears, number 2 team, really staking their claim early.
Yeah, 2 plays, 2 same attacks. So it was from line out. And you can see how they hit the midfield, and they're really looking to return the ball to where it initially came from. So that's twice they've attacked, and this time they managed to get over a line. And it looks like number 2 from the Fairfield there, Gavin O'Hara, he might have taken a bit of a knee to the eye. He went off with a head injury. You can see him down there. But now we look at Brown's attack. See, they set it up. They got a good, strong carry, and then they were going to return it to back where the ball came from. Quick there from Dylan Lewis. It's just a simple 2v1 pass there. Hits a really good line. Gets over the line. Very well worked. And you can see that Brown set their stall out early with those return plays.
Just good use of the width of the field. As we see Rafael Lansanur getting set to kick this one. Lansanur launches that one, and it's good. 7 points to 0. The Brown Bears in an early lead here at Rafferty Stadium.
That was an absolute statement of an attack there. They just put maximum pressure on, and it's a really good finish in. A nice little step into contact, gets the ball over, and then Lansanur from the sideline adding the extra 2. That's a dominant start from Brown.
Both of these teams in the National Collegiate Rugby National Playoffs last year. Brown ended up winning over Queen's University, so defending national champions. As the ball comes down here, a little slip from one of the Brown players. Good work coming in over the ball.
Turnover's good.
Ball comes back. It's in the hands of Malachi Mercer-Robinson, the first-year player in the game already. Listed as a finisher. Mercer-Robinson went to Fairfield Prep, won a state championship there. Now playing at Fairfield University. Cut back in there. It's Patrick Burke. Patrick Burke, the son of the Iona head coach, interestingly, also an international Gaelic football player, the fullback for Fairfield. As the ball comes in, Sean Vernon has that one. Bodies in over it for Brown. You can see a big Omar Al-Jandari back there cheering on his teammates. They've turned one over with some good work, and that is Henrique Gabriel getting in over that one.
Yeah, excellent turnover. Really good technique. You can see that Brown have really attacked the breakdown from a defensive point of view. It gives them that turnover. Just as we look here, great timing. See, there was a clear release from the tackle assist. He's got all rights to the ball. Just look how he stays strong with a low body base to get that turnover and give Brown excellent field position.
Brown pushes that one downfield. Dyer has an excellent boot. Ready to put this one right at halfway. Assistant referee has it marked off. Alhasso to put this one in.
Stop.
6-man line out for Brown. Corbett at the front, uncontested from Fairfield. Ball in Alhasso's hands. They're going to drive this one. Went quick with the last one. Let me keep this one rolling. Driving forward. The Stags getting a little bit of pressure on them here. See how long they can keep this going. Referee says that's once. You're going to have to use it at some point soon. At the back there is Estevez. Ball coming through. It breaks up. Eventually, body still going. Brown impressive with this power game in the maul. This one may have to come back eventually. It does. At the back there as they roll towards the 22. Players just shearing off left and right for the Stags. Good 30-meter gain there for Brown, but an advantage here. Ball didn't come out, so it's going to be a scrum for Fairfield. Well held.
Yeah, big statement there from Brown. I think that was a 20-yard ball. They were just really driving it in, but the referee clearly said it was time to use it, and they weren't listening, and that's why Fairfield have got that scrum down. So I think they kind of got a bit lucky there because they were certainly under the pump. But what Fairfield did do, they stayed in the fight. Although Brown got that momentum, they didn't give up. The referee was calling use it. Brown didn't use it.
On the lock, what are you doing? On the lock. Crouch!
Ball here for Fairfield. Colin Brady to put this win in. The number 9, the sophomore, Chevy Chase, Maryland. Another Gonzaga player on this Fairfield team. Gonzaga, one of the most highly regarded programs in the U.S. high school game. Ball out to the Stags. Stags go around the back, but big hits coming in. Adjua has a hold of it. Little stutter step there. Adjua trying to get his hands free, heading towards the touchline. Is he in touch? Assistant referee says not as of yet. They're going to keep playing. It's Dylan Lewis. Dylan Lewis, the back. The players had come through there, but Stags going to take that one away. Referee McIver says it's fine, so they're going to continue to play there.
It's a ruck.
in their own end. See what the decision is here. They're going to run a forward pot in, trying just to make a little more room here.
Last foot, boys.
Another attacking
Advantage
opportunity,
offside.
7.5 minutes into the first half
Number 8.
for the Fairfield Stags. Stags go straight up the middle, but lose some ground.
Number 8.
Good pressure defense. Referee spots something to come back for an
Number 8,
offside
Brown.
penalty. A little too quickly up there, Craig.
Take a step, please.
Opportunity
Thank you.
for this Fairfield team to move the chains.
Last
just
foot of the ruck, please.
Caught
Couple guys in
offside
front,
there.
full
And
number
you
8.
can see the pressure
Last
that Brown
foot,
are
it's
trying
not
to put
difficult,
on. They're
guys.
trying to maximize that absolute line speed, and it came off on the first phase. You've got to maintain behind that back foot from a ruck. So Brown have just got to tidy that up. You can see they're trying to put pressure on from that line speed and
Yeah, the
defense.
players have fallen off, gone all over the place. Yeah.
Because all I saw was R9 digging and then
Ball
Yeah.
is going to be a
It looks
line out
strange,
for
I
the
know.
Stags just inside their own half. Some big hits today.
Oh, you can
Hold
see
on,
that.
hold
The
on, stop.
centers are
Pardon?
absolutely flying up to put pressure on. Something's told me someone did their analysis there and read that play. That was excellent coaching, excellent tackle, and good pressure.
Shane Baffa, the number 12 for Fairfield University, went to St. Joe's Prep in Philadelphia. Bearing the brunt of that Brown tackle as we're waiting for something here. Referee just wants to get us going.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on over
Maybe
there.
a
Your guy.
player down being attended to at the moment. So it's going to be just a second while they take care of one of these players. Great medical staff here at Fairfield U. We'll be ready to get the game going again in just a
he's back,
second.
guys. Let's not dick around too much. Let's go, Brown. Wait for me, please. Yeah, time on. Time on. All right, boys, sit up.
Players re-entering here. We'll have a line out for Fairfield. Brown also adept at stealing some of these line outs,
Good
so
boy, stop
not
there.
an easy win against this Brown
thank you.
team. Another strength of theirs. We'll see how the Stags hold up. Going to walk two players
Yeah,
into
when you're
this,
ready, please.
three players into this, five-man line out for the Stags. As they go up, ball is indeed knocked away, winds up in Ollie Corbett's hands. Ollie Corbett is going to clean that one. Lewis finds a runner. Hit Pilato, first hold of the ball, and it squirts right out. Mercer Robinson tries to
Balls
get
out, you
over
lift
that
your
one.
feet, Dave, on the ball.
Brown player illegally over the top of it, so Mercer Robinson
Stand your feet,
draws that penalty. Good work by the freshman hooker
Diving on the
for
ball.
Fairfield
5
University.
meter circle of the
Yeah,
ruck,
absolutely
okay?
brilliant turnover and great pressure. Actually, from both teams have been really competing at their ruck. Looks like the ball might be just a little bit slippery, so any pressure at the ruck is going to try and slow the opposition ball down, and also it's going to lead to the turnover. So great chop tackle there, gets the player on the floor. That allows for the contest to happen. As that ball spits out, referee Miles McIver deemed that someone left their feet, therefore a penalty, but it all came from good pressure at the ruck.
Just 10 minutes gone in this first half. Stags working their way downfield, down just 7 points. Ball up and over the top. It's going to wind up in Brown hands. Well taken down there. They may go to the boot to work this one downfield. See what they decide to do. Tricky getting over that line out. Big run coming from the freshman Rosenmeyer. Meets the freshman Mercer Robinson. In the middle of the field, two powerful players. Ball back to Lansenour. Lansenour is going to go to the boot. Lansenour, the junior from Aix-en-Provence, France, played his high school rugby in Singapore, playing for Brown University. That one is knocked down. See who's going to come up with this. It is Adjua. Tito Adjua moves that one out. They've got the ball a little width here. They're going to need to get their offensive structure back together. Fairfield, tremendous job over that ball, disrupting. Going to be another penalty here for the Stags.
Oh, wonderful there. Again, just all pressure at the breakdown. It looks like referee Miles is going to have a chat.
This is 60 seconds
Captain
later.
Ollie Corbett's going to get a talking to. Let's listen in.
Moving players, okay?
Can I have a word with my team quickly?
You can. So that guy here goes to ground, play on him, gets dragged, never released, okay? That's the second time that's happened.
Yeah.
That's about the 5th penalty. If I don't get compliance with penalties, we need to remove players.
Absolutely.
Talk. Wait, please.
Conversation is done. It is going to be the
Quickly,
penalty
please.
for Fairfield just inside their own half. Keeping it close here. Early try by the Brown Bears. The Stags, great defensive work to slow down the Brown offense. Work their way back downfield here. It's going to be their line out. Did that ball go in a touch? It certainly did look like it from here. Just a bit of a slow call.
Stop.
We'll see what referee McIver decides here. He's going to have a conversation with the assistant referee.
It was out. Okay, so the Brown player didn't take it out.
No, Brown player caught it in touch.
In touch, okay, then did a quick throw.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to restart Brown scrum, okay? Sorry about that, boys.
It's going to
Just a
come
bit of
back. It's going to be a
confusion there.
Brown scrum
Okay.
off of the
Yeah.
faulty
It was
kick
quick
there
throw,
on the
though,
penalty.
just
So
now, okay,
Brown
we're gonna give them a
opportunity First scrum of the game.
Yeah, it looked an unfortunate call there. It looked like the ball was kicked out. A bit of confusion there, but as we all know, the referee's decision's final.
Red, excuse me. Okay, we're going to have a line out. Yeah.
There
It
we
is
go.
going to be a red line out. I was thinking that might be the correct call. Contact coach on the spot
Right,
here.
boys.
Yeah, I think we got there in the end.
Everybody's allowed a
it's
little
not a
mistake.
penalty, okay,
Just the
guys?
referee just realizing the mistake he had made there. The lines in these fields
I
can be a
didn't
little
hear you
tricky in these
reminding me.
multi-line fields. Fairfield University has a
you're good.
brand new rugby lined field not too
Wait,
far
thank
from
you.
here, where it doesn't have lights or the stadium settings. They're playing in this beautiful Rafferty Stadium in the center of campus here. Another one taken away again by Brown.
release, good,
Brown
good,
gets
good.
that ball to the ground. Well done, Henry Gabriel, to get that one down. Ball up to a waiting pot of forwards. They're just going to set this one up. Corbett in over that one at the end. Dylan Lewis, ball in hand, finds Lansanur. Lansanur not making much ground with that one. It's going to be another line out inside the 22 for Fairfield University. Nothing really gained there.
Yeah, so for Fairfield, I think they're hurting. Gavin O'Hara went off, number 2, very early in this game, and he's their hooker. And from them, they've had 3 throw-ins, which they've all lost. Now, this is massive Fairfield to get this right. They want to get themselves into the game.
John May is taking the throwing duties there, the Scituate, Massachusetts junior and captain of the team. Again, taken away by the Brown Bears. They are very, very skilled around the line out. Ali Corbett takes a little pick off the back, going to have to get over the one. He is hit fairly hard by one of the Fairfield Stags. Going to go for another one here. It's Pipolato this time. Pipolato working his way into this game. Dylan Lewis has some bodies lined up there. Again, another kick. That one from Ajua has to go off the left boot. And we're going to have another line out in essentially the same place. So a bit of life going in a circle at the moment, Craig.
Absolutely. Well, Fairfield have had those 2 lineouts in the same area. This is now their 3rd. And if they want to get firing, they've got to get going. Brown are picking them off right now. Let's see if John May can turn the tide.
May gets that one up and over. We're just going to wind up potentially in Brown hands again. It does. Here's Estevez. Estevez's father was a captain of the Portuguese national team. He is from Lisbon, Portugal, playing at Brown. Tremendous aerial player in the lineouts. Brown takes that one cleanly, loses a little bit of ground. Good pressure defense coming on from the Stags here. Now the boot is going to work a bit better for Brown University. Ball down. It's going to get kicked back by Burke.
Stop, you stop.
Burke,
Good.
the junior from Pearl River, New York. Ball back into Brown hands. They're going to put that one in touch, try to compete at that lineouts. Fairly smart play by them. They have been having a lot of luck in that area.
It's going to really dictate how this game goes. Fairfield are going to have to figure out pretty quickly whether it's quick throw-ins or maybe a quick throw to the front of a line-out. But right now, Brown have got their number in line-out time, and this is really costing the Stags. And they have great territory, but they can't do anything with it right now.
John May to put this one in. May looking to get a little simple this time. Didn't look straight from here. Goes up and over. Referee is going to let them play there. Maybe uncontested by Brown. So let that go.
Okay, good, Brown.
Brown
Good.
defense screaming up here, trying to put some pressure on, holding that ball in the middle field. It slips out of Lucian Polizio's hands. Polizio can't hold on to that one. Big ace Rosenmeyer, a freshman, first-year player out of Belmont, Massachusetts, takes that ball in.
All right, advantage over.
USA U18 player is Rosenmeyer.
2 phases.
This past year, due to injury, also plays with the New England Free Jacks Academy. Ball in the middle of the field. Fairfield doing a great job stopping the forward momentum of these pods. Here's Ajua looking for some space. Ajua, a couple of red-shirted players on him there. Looking for a couple of runners. They're going to go back and go to the boot this time. Dyer is going to launch one downfield. Fairfield digging back on that. Did it go directly in a touch? It looks like it has. Assistant referee Giuliano working his way back. We're going to have a Stags line out just inside the Brown half.
Huge defense from Fairfield. They're really good with their stick and their individual tackles. And you'll notice they're doing a lot of knee chop tackles. So what they're doing, the tackler is actually taking his own knee to the ground. That lowers the height, and that means they can get those chop tackles in. So keep an eye out for that.
Assistant coach Steve Capello doing a lot of defensive work for this Stags team, as well as some forward work. As the ball goes to the back, it winds up in Stags' hands. Probably not quite how they would want it. Tom Ryan has a hold of it, the junior from Yonkers, New York. Ball out again. That's Brady. Gets it out into the hands of Henry Novicki. Hangs one up into the evening sky, but doesn't get the distance he would probably want. It is going to come back Stags' way. No ground really gained there. Ball to the back now, under a lot of pressure. A ball into the hands of Sean Vernon. Sean Vernon moves that one on. Big hit coming in from the Bears. They're right at the halfway line of the Stags. Let's see what they can make happen with this one. Little chip over the top. They're going to test the back here of this Brown Bears team. Sliding to touch they are. It's going to be a line out here for Brown. Stags pleading their case. Lucien Policio is not going to get lucky on that one. The senior from Braintree, Massachusetts.
Knocked out, okay,
Get the
yeah.
assistant referee to overturn his call.
Scrum.
Fairfield are
15,
getting a
boys.
lot of change actually
on to the
kicking the
touch.
ball. So attacking kicks, not just kicking the ball away. So you saw a crossfield kick there, then the little chip through. And actually Brown's defense is really quick on their line speed. So just changing the picture in attack, just knocking that ball behind them is really it's gonna pay dividends for them, because it's either gonna stop Brown's line
Stay
speed,
out, push straight,
or
please.
if they do stop to get their line speed, they can start playing with the ball in hand. So really good decision making from Fairfield.
Sit!
Brown
No.
set to get that one in, but the scrum just go down. Referee is going to pull us up here for
Feet
safety.
underneath you, okay?
Just wants to make sure everybody is good to go. It's going to be another Brown put in here.
Is this the first scrum, John?
Second.
Yeah, a lot of
Second scrum?
complaining.
Yeah, you can see this is an interesting battle
Play
here.
some rugby, boys.
This is Fairfield really going to want to, if they've got any video of Brown, they know this is an area of concern. This is an area where Brown can put players in the bin, frankly, can put players in the sin bin 10 minutes off the field for just not being able to withstand the power of the Brown scrum that you see coming in right there. Going backwards a little bit is Fairfield, but holding up well. Now starting to creak a little bit here. Referee McIver has his eyes on it. No penalties coming yet. They like to milk a lot of penalties from this area through the Bears, and they have one right there. So that's the power they look for. That really, Craig, you'll be able to explain a little better. Just kind of helps to take a little wind out of a team's sails when you're going back like that.
Absolutely. It is Brown Rugby's DNA. The scrum is where it all starts. They're very cohesive. They've got some big men. They've got some good timing, and they're very well coached in that area. And this is what allows them to do. They scrummage, they get penalties, they kick the ball in the corner, they maul, and they score tries. You can just see how connected the front row, second row, and the back row are. It's just a well-oiled machine, and then you can just see Fairfield completely splinter. They're not the first team. They won't be the last. But if they're going to wrestle this game back, it's all about stopping this set piece, and particularly this line out, because this is drawn up in the Brown playbook.
Tito Ejua adds another element to this team. He kicked off the left boot there, launched it downfield. The first-year player from Harrow School for Woodford Rugby Club in London. Changes coming here. Referee just make sure the numbers are marked. They're going to go up to Ollie Corbett. Look for the driving maul to come here. Another part of this powerful game here for the Brown Bears. Playing it in tight. Albert Julian, assistant coach, will be very happy with this. So Rosenmeyer has the ball at the back there. They're going to have to get someone in behind him. Kind of splintering off the side there. And continue going. Tackle happens there, so it's going to come back to Brown. Brown, one going to Dyer. Dyer gets it to launch into a little wrap around there, nearly taken away. A ball out to Ejua, and he is on a run really quick. Ejua puts the pass away, and it driven towards touch, but not in, was Aaron Mertzel. Ball comes back to Ejua.
Let it come, let it come.
You're a referee telling the players just let the ball play here. Matt Mitchell takes that one in. Fairfield working around there, trying to disrupt this contact area, and they do. This is Ollie Corbett. Ollie Corbett, the captain, gets that one. Quick ball coming. Dyer gets it in the middle of the field. Big Omar Al-Jandari pops that ball up to a teammate, but slips it forward. And they come back for a scrum here to Fairfield University.
Yeah, just my analysis of Brown over the last couple of years is actually the higher in the phase count they go, the more disjointed they become. They're very devastating in that 0 to 3 phases where it can get a rumble on or make a line break. But if a team like Fairfield can wrestle back that momentum and actually put them through the phase count, the structure does tend to go, and that's when you can get turnovers like you see here. So good defense from Fairfield and just staying in the fight, John.
Ball is going to be in for the Stags.
Bind!
This pressure can work on defense too from Brown. Stags will want to get this one in and out of there pretty quick. They are working their way backwards. Ball coming in now at Estevez's feet. Estevez with a penalty advantage here. Gets the ball to Lewis. Lewis has a hold of the ball. Lewis scampering around. Still a penalty advantage. We'll see what winds up here. A little pick and go. They're right near the try zone. Are they in? The ball is there.
Stop, you can reach out and
Referee
score that
taking
try.
a look at this one.
And it was
Let's
a
see what the hand signal is.
penalty advantage too.
Looks like we're going to come back for the penalty advantage. Henry Gabriel did not score that one. The referee's going to bring it back, so it will be Brown penalty.
I had flag up.
Oh, okay. Just yell my name, okay? Thank you.
Excuse me, it was a try. I thought I saw the referee waving that one off. So it is a try for Henry Gabriel. My apologies to everybody there. We'll take another look at it. Sorry, just looked a little confusing from here. Didn't see the referee's hand motion.
Yeah, and as I just mentioned earlier, 0 to 3 phases, Brown are absolutely devastating. So they get the turnover from the scrum, pick and go, reaches out. He's allowed one reach to score, and that's where Brown can devastate you. At the set piece, the turnover scrum, anything in those 0 to 3 phases, my word, they're devastating.
Henry Gabriel touching that one down. Henrique went to Cranley School in England, the U18 for Portugal. He can play in the front row, he can play in the flankers and in the loose forwards. Very talented player. Lance Noor lines one up off of the right boot here. And that one just slips over the post here at Rafferty Stadium. So it is 14-0 with 23 minutes gone on a Henry Gabriel try.
If you look back, it's just all about, again, it came from that
extend your
turnover.
arms and score.
There was no way
No,
you were
I don't
stopping
think so.
Henry Gabriel from there. He saw
Yeah.
the try line. He
It's
used
close,
those
right?
big
I
legs
think
of
his
his,
momentum took him,
reaches
okay.
out and gets a try. But all Brown's points and territory has come from that
Yeah, good.
set piece. Fairfield must wrestle that back.
Novicki to get us going again.
Good.
He pushes this one a little longer as you see light rain starting to come down here at Fairfield University. Estevez takes that one down, gets a bit of a rumble on there. They work the ball back.
Stop, you're in
Off the
front.
left
Stop.
boot they go,
Or you're gonna get a
driving that one
penalty.
downfield. Fairfield inside their own half.
Hey, Red, come
Return
back. You
it.
got to come back. Thank you.
They have a group here ready to go. Here's the try scorer, Henry Gabriel. Gabriel gets by one.
Move, Red.
Gabriel in through a couple. Very energetic
Move.
player, Henry Gabriel. Player not rolling away for Fairfield. Not sure that he could, but they draw the penalty. Another good result here for Brown.
Yeah, it was a big, strong carry. Absolutely devastating carry. It was a good tackle.
Yeah,
And
that's
sometimes,
good
whether
enough,
you
eh?
mean it or not, you
Middle of
just
the field.
find that yourself on the wrong side of a ruck. So it was a good tackle here. Stops him, leg chop. And then as soon as that ruck forms, people bind around him. Brown are smart as well. They make sure that he cannot roll out. They put their body in the way. Penalty. And you can probably guess what might be coming here, John.
Should be a driving ball if history will tell us anything about this team. Hasso lines up to take this one.
Okay, good.
Hasso, Wellington College. Started playing because his dad was a coach. Rugby family like many of these fellas out here. Ball to the front to Corbett. Corbett goes quick off the top. Comes in a little bit behind Pip
Ball and all,
Blotto, so it
that's
winds
okay.
up in
Ball and all.
Gabriel's hands. He gets tackled. Lewis to Dyer. They're going to run some players in the middle of the field. There's
Move,
big
Red,
Asa
get out.
Rosenmeyer. Asa Rosenmeyer at 6'4", 270 can make a little ground. Now quick flat ball across there. They start to work the phases together. Henry Gabriel again. Ball carries across. Lance Noor gets a quick one away. That one dribbles down to the ground.
Yeah.
Little mistake there from them. It's going to be a
Okay, that's
scrum
good.
here for
Play the
Fairfield.
whistle, boys.
And the multi-phase game working against them a little bit again.
Yeah, that's it from Fairfield. If you hang in the fight early on, it's good. I'm really impressed with Fairfield's spot tackling. They're doing that knee drop tackle I mentioned before where they get really low to just get them on the floor. And then that increases the
What do you want me to do?
phase count. And then they can get numbers on their feet, contest at the ruck, and then you can get a turnover without even making a tackle. So it's one of Brown's Achilles heel right now is getting it through the phases. They do come undone a little bit. But the next thing is for Fairfield, you've got to scrum and you've got to deal with what's coming now.
Never
Fine.
something to look forward to when you're playing Brown University is a scrum, offensive or defensive. Ball in here again from Brady. Front row
They
of
come out.
May and
Do they
Ryan
come
with
out the other
Mercer
side,
Robinson
Tom?
there holding it up, but ball comes back to
Guys,
Brown.
come back.
Brown
Come out
gets the
other
ball
side
to
of the scrum.
Lewis.
Sorry, I couldn't see.
Ball came
A lot
straight
of
out
big
of the
boys
scrum.
in that
Referee
scrum.
didn't see it
Come
there.
Straight out, okay?
Little
came
gamesmanship
out the
from
tunnel.
Brown,
Yeah,
nearly away
so-
with it.
They just
reset,
look
so it's
back.
red
So
again. Yeah, just
the
come out
referee
tunnel.
called that the ball came straight out the scrum. So if we just look at the tunnel there where the nine's
Okay.
putting it in,
Sorry, I couldn't see. Yeah.
well, it looks like it actually that's legal and the balls came out, so Brown can play. The referee's saying he didn't see it, so if he didn't see it, he can't call it, so we bring it back for a rescrum.
Need your shoulders in on. Crouch!
from a Fairfield point of view, you want to get that ball to number 8's hands as quickly as possible so he can pick it up and get it away.
Exactly what they do is they come across. Winger just fading into the line there, looking to make a line break. Have done. Little break coming here. Good run. That's McHale, the fresh we talked about pregame. Haven't seen a ton of McHale yet, the finance major from Kensington, Maryland. Georgetown prep.
Wait.
Ball coming across here for Fairfield. Fairfield upended there as Patrick Burke. Ball ripped away by Brown. Brown on the offensive now. After a great turnover, Brown looking to get this one going. Lonsanur feeds it in the middle of the field. Gets it to Pitblotto. Pitblotto takes it in. Quick ball. Lonsanur has a player coming straight through. The power game right up the middle. Phase count building here. Lewis goes on a little jaunt of his own. Lewis, coached by Matt Persanis at Pelham earlier in his career. Ball up into the hands of Pitblotto again. Pitblotto starting to put a stamp on this game, but great work there from the captain, John May. Turns that one over for the Stags. Player not releasing for Brown.
Yeah, big turnover. It all came again from that leg chop tackle. I've mentioned it before in commentary already. Brilliant tackling from Fairfield. It just brings the Brown players down onto the floor. And then that's where the tackler assist of the next guy can come in and steal. And watch this technique. Straight on the ball. He's got that wide base, withstands the clear. That's great.
May, team president, vice captain. Captain today. He is from Scituate, Massachusetts. Went to Boston College High School.
Captain.
Player here from Brown is going to get sent off the field.
2 in a row.
If they're already holding the player before he's hit the ground, are they part of the tackle?
Yes, and they released and he rolled.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, yep. Holding on.
Referee says too many not releasing against Brown. Going to send somebody off the field for 10 minutes.
Please.
And Fairfield's work at the breakdown has been excellent. So we mentioned Steve Capello there, the assistant coach, right on hand. He's got all rights to the ball there. He stays in the fight long enough and he gets himself a turnover. This gives Fairfield wonderful position if, and it's a big if, John, they can get this line out working.
Pressure on John May here, who is the backup line-out thrower, as they lost Gavin O'Hara.
Look at the touchy, boys. You're way offside, just FYI, okay? Thank you. Yeah, that's good, thank you.
6-man line-out here for Fairfield coming in.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let it go. No, I'll let it go. I mean, there's no
the New Haven, Connecticut native steps into the distributor role. Ball up to the middle of the line-out, ripped away by Brown. Another good job by the Brown Bears. Mitchell takes that one in. Good defensive line set up there. It's going to have a little run, try to work their way through. That's Estevez. Always able to find a seam and make just a little bit of ground if they need to. Ball back there to the left boot of Ajua. Tito Ajua, the freshman, launches that one downfield into the safety of touch. It's going to be a Stags line out here, just about 30 meters out from the line.
Yeah, excellent clearance kick there. Good pressure at the line out defensively from Brown. I think that's, 0 and 5 now.
He's not going quick.
Fairfield, so really tough day at the office. They need to figure this one out.
Looking to go to the front. Estevez trying to rip that one out of their hands. Pressure on the Stags, but they're able to recycle this one. Ball coming there for Brady. Brady moves it to Mercer Robinson. Mercer Robinson gets that one in. Is it going to be turned over there? Referee's on the spot. Has done.
Turnover's good.
Transitioning from high school to college rugby for some of these first-year players, the speed can pick up just a little bit. Dylan Lewis goes to the boot. Puts it back in the hands of Burke. Burke coming across field. Burke has some runners. Big shot nearly in there. Just the pressure was enough. Lucian Policio has the ball. Policio making a good run here against Brown. Ball well recycled. Brady moving that one to a waiting forward. Gets it in the hands of Adam Dietrich. Dietrich, the senior from Hawthorne, New Jersey.
You.
Ball comes back here. Brown players getting pushed back for moving the ball away. Another penalty against them.
Kick the ball away.
And with a man in the bin, Brown are deep in their own end.
Yeah, so it came from an offside penalty, and then it looks like Ollie called it, then kicked the ball away. So that's an extra 10. So a bit of ill discipline keeping in here for Brown. They've got the yellow card. They've got to be careful because it's important that they just keep themselves on the right side of the rugby laws. Just as we look here,
don't be silly,
we've got the knock on.
What are you doing? Points? Let me
Looks
know.
like they're playing the offside, and he kicks it away.
Fairfield decides they're going to kick for points here, get some points on the board. 28 minutes gone. They have not notched anything on the scoreboard yet, so it'll be a good take for them just to get some points on there, to get that out of the way as they start to build this together, because as you keep saying, Craig, just a phenomenal job around the breakdown there, really disrupting the play of Brown, not able to get the flow that they would typically like. So these points will mean a lot to them as they roll towards the 30-minute mark of this game.
Oh, absolutely crucial, John.
No Vicky. Lines that one up. No Vicky hits it. 3 points on the board. 14-3 for Fairfield University on the board now here at Rafferty Stadium. National Collegiate Rugby. Friday Night Rugby.
You remember Brown have got a man in the bin, so take the points when they're on offer. 14-3, you can chip away at the scoreline. I don't expect Brown to be in a hurry anytime here, but it's important. Even results and bonus points come into things, so take the points when they're on offer.
Lansanur pushes that one fairly deep. Well taken by the Stags. Well, slipped there, but able to handle that one is Brady. Well, coming back, they've given up a little bit of ground here, have the Fairfield Stags, as Burke has to take that one in. Little tip pass slipped away into the big hands of Mike Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, the sophomore from Dix Hill, New York.
Yeah, don't.
That ball up that time to Dietrich.
Choice,
Dietrich
Steven.
recycles it, gets back to Novicki. Novicki hangs a high one up. Well taken, but whipped to the ground is one of the Brown Bears. And another penalty there against Brown, but they're going to go quick. That's McHale, the freshman. The freshman just daring here, unafraid to run, but turns the ball over to Estevez. They give it away any kind of penalty advantage there. After they took that one quick, referee was going to have a word with Brown at that point, so maybe it'd been better to slow that one down, but Matt Mitchell's going to take this one in. And at the 30-minute mark, 10 minutes to go in the first half here on Friday Night Rugby, we have a battle on our hands. As Fairfield riding some penalties and a man advantage is going to run this one as Betsaeus, the number 4, puts a little pass in there, working their way backwards. So Vicky's going to have to get something done, puts the ball to Mercer Robinson. Mercer Robinson going to get some ground, able to recycle that one. The former wrestler, very good on the ground. Ball to the Burke's hands. You see the try line back there, looking for them. Here they go. They're diving for it. They're in. Ball is good. Try awarded on the board. Now at 8 points, Fairfield University putting it on late in the first half.
Now Fairfield have arrived. Exactly how they want to be playing that rugby. It was fast, it was expansive. They don't want to get an arm wrestle with Brown, and that's exactly what they did there. So I love what we highlighted at the start of the show. Patrick McHale, tap and go from the penalty. Excellent yards. Maybe if he got it back, he wouldn't give that extra pass, but you've got to admire the ambition. And here it's just playing that heads-up rugby. They're moving the ball, moving the point of contact. They're being strong, and they're putting Brown under pressure, which they haven't been under so far this season. I mean, good power, and look at that finish in the corner. Absolutely brilliant, and it's got his team right back into the game with the kick to come.
You can see the fans here just thrilled. Chris Gunta, typical player in this team, got a little knock when he was away with the Atlantic Coast All-Stars in France. You saw there cheering on his team, running water. No Vicky, a little distance for this one. No Vicky, noted they went to the same high school as recent Brown graduate William Zeller. So they know each other, knows a little bit about this Brown program. That one goes up, and it is no good. So we're going to stay at 14-8 with just over 8 minutes to go in the first half on the game clock here. A little bit of a surge coming on from the Fairfield University Stags. Brown going to want to lift it up in these last few minutes. We'll take another quick look at the try.
Yeah, it was just all power, speed, and I really enjoyed this. First of all, I like this. The leg drive, the spin, the quick ball and present, and then the awareness to pick it up from the base of a ruck. And look at that finish. He's going to hope there's a photographer there because that would be on his wall. That was an excellent finish, but well-deserved from Fairfield. That's how they've got to keep playing.
Lansanur, a little shorter this time, but good height on it. It's going to get that ball down. Does it come down? It was knocked forward by Brown. So it's going to be a scrum here for Fairfield. Look for Brown really to surge on this very important scrum.
Yeah, this is big. Brown will be looking to take the sting back out of this game, take away the momentum, and there's no better place to do it from them than at scrum time. But from Fairfield point of view, literally get that ball from 9 to 8, and I would even think about maybe an 8 pickup, you know, just to try and change that attack and get the ball in and out, almost like a 7 scrum, really.
Ball in from Fairfield. Big push coming on there from the Bears. Bears, ball Squirts out into the hands of Dylan Lewis. Dylan Lewis gets it to Ajua. Nice little pass. JT Dyer heads into the middle of the field. Dyer is going to be able to recycle that one. All available for Lewis. Going to go back to the left-hand side where all of their runners are. Lotzenauer just feeds a little one out there to Mitchell. Mitchell takes it in.
No, watch it.
Recycled, but a little bit of slow ball here. Lotzenauer gets it out. This is one of the players you want to give you some go forward. Henry Gabriel, always willing to take on some players. They're going to try to go through the phases. Here's the freshman, Rosenmeyer. Rosenmeyer takes his sizable frame through a couple of the Stags. Little chip over the top now, looking to get the ball into space. It does bounce into the hands of one of the Fairfield Stags. Big run coming from Burke. Burke, very critical early in this game. He is an international Gaelic football player. He's very good with that boot as he is pouring down. Big defense coming in on the Fairfield from the Fairfield Stag, pardon me. And a penalty against Brown again is going to be Fairfield ball. Not too far from the try zone. We'll see what they decide to do with this one. They could draw this very close, and they're going quick behind the referee's back. Referee's spotting it right there. Are they in the try zone?
You were holding it on the ground.
Don't believe that is going to be there. They're going to bring it back. Let's take a look at the Burke run.
Yeah, beautiful run, and you can see all his Gaelic skills coming through there. Not only the run, but the willingness to put it into space. When there's three Stags all over it, putting maximum pressure on. And then you've got McHale here going in for the turnover. Look at that technique. He's on the ball. He's withstanding that drive through. That is brilliant.
So there's a couple of penalties in a row. I just told you, Kevin, you were the unlucky next one.
Earned a clean 3 points here because I suspect a kick might be coming. What do you think, John?
I would say this is a good time to just put it up to 11 here, get up within 3 points.
He was laying on top of it.
See Novicki there lining it up already.
He was isolated.
Henry Gabriel getting attended to by the Brown training staff. Novicki well within his range here. Psychology major. Novicki pushes that one through. It is good. We're at 14-11, just under 5 minutes to go in the first half. We have a game on our hands here in Friday Night Rugby, National Collegiate Rugby, bringing you this fantastic competition, and it is living up to its billing.
Absolutely. This yellow card from Brown has cost them 11 points so far. And with halftime approaching, I think Fairfield don't want the halftime. They're loving this momentum right now. But they've shown the way how to beat Brown. It's moving their ball, playing on the edges, and just moving their big forwards around, trying to avoid the set piece.
Another high kick from Lotzenauer. Taking this one down, but knocking on again are the Brown Bears. Ball winds up in Fairfield's hands. They have a scrum advantage here. Nothing materializes. Quickly looking back to that scrum. Launch the ball away. The advantage is over from the kick. Ball bounces back towards Fairfield. Touches one of their hands. Going to go into touch. So a chance for Brown here just to play with a little more stability and from structure with a lineout.
It's halftime. Can't block in the 5 meter. No. That's a free kick.
It's going to be a halftime here at Fairfield University. It is a slight lead for the Brown Bears. We're going to step away for halftime. We'll be back with second half action here on Friday Night Rugby in just a few minutes. Stick with us.
My mind a lot, don't need no time watch. I don't know how I got you in my pocket spot. Yeah, that's babe, need you every day. You like my oxygen, make it seem like the barging them. Got my heart, no barging in. From the bed to the floor to the couch. Might wake the neighbors up. Break you in and break you out. In the end, we gon' make a child. Then we gon' hit the show. Part 2, we don't need no pause. You miss me, we gon' get tipsy. Don't need a power shot.
Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real.
All-Star Tournament is a tournament put on by National Collegiate Rugby. Actually, it's two tournaments. We do it on both the men's and the women's side as an opportunity to get our players together from around the country to come in for a tournament. And each side, each All-Star tournament has separate regions, and managers of those regions go out and identify and select players to come in for the competition. This year's competition is going to take place in Round Rock, at the Round Rock Athletic Complex outside of Austin, Texas. The men's tournament will take place on January 6th and 7th, and the women's tournament will take place on January 20th and 21st. We're trying to standardize that process. One of the reasons that I came in to help NCR with the tournaments was to try to standardize that approach a little bit. Right now, we're still in a situation where that's controlled at the region level. So each region is using a different means of identifying talent as well as inviting players in. And so one of the goals for us over the next few years, this is my, I came in last year late, and so it's my first full year in the role. So one of my goals in being involved is to try to standardize that nomination process for a couple reasons. One, so that everyone's using the same process and we all start to kind of understand how it works. And then number two, so that we can start tracking and identifying players ourselves as an organization. For us to start at NCR as a global unit to start identifying players at the what I would say the national level rather than just at the regional or local level.
In our game, we play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game. Rugby is all about feeling. The feeling when you crouch, when you bind, when you set. The feeling when you go into that first defender. The feeling when you make that first tackle. The feeling when you take that first hit. We are that feeling. We are contact. We are Rhino.
Welcome back to Friday Night Rugby, National Collegiate Rugby, bringing you all this action. Fairfield University 11, Brown University 14. It's a tight matchup. John Brooker with the contact coach. Let's look at a couple of tries.
Yeah, just as we look at Brown, early phases, they got themselves over the line with a nice little return play. And again, this all came from a turnover scrum and just how their big boys got to work. So great work there by Dylan Lewis, number 9, finding the ground, and then Rick Gabriel there is just picking it up. He's allowed to reach over and get the score.
We're getting underway again. Brown's going to go right to left on your screen. Lots of Newer gets us going. Fairfield University surging at the end of that first half. Really starting to put their straps together as Brown is having to defend a little more, getting taken out of their game here in Friday Night Rugby. Ball into the middle of the field. Good pressure coming on. Sure, Coach LaFlamme had some words at halftime for his team. wants them to tighten things up a little bit here. A little pass away. Malachi Mercer-Robinson, he's got some wheels. Malachi Mercer-Robinson puts in a little pass, gets the ball away. Mercer-Robinson gets to a teammate. They take it to the ground. Recycled well. Runners coming. Ball slipped out of the hand, unfortunately, there. And they're going to come across it. Jua thought about kicking it. We're going to come back to the scrum here. There were 2 knock-ons, so it's going to be a Brown scrum. Good break by the freshman.
Oh, brilliant break from the young man. He came on early in the game. An injury there for Gavin O'Hara, and he just showed his athleticism. Just he got the ball away, and just look how he takes off here. Absolutely brilliant play from the big man. And when he looks to give that ball into space. A great intent from Fairfield. Unfortunately, when they started to come back, it's just a slight knock on, but you've got to admire that intent, and that's what's going to get them into this game.
2 freshmen there. That was
to
Mercer-Robinson to McHale.
Okay, I told you in the first half, you can't slingshot
A good 4 years for Coach Ryan with those 2 fellas.
Thank you.
Scrum here to Brown. Brown may want to try to draw some penalties here, really stamp their authority on this half. Be interesting to see what the coach said at halftime. To motivate these boys as they roll in with a 3-point lead the second half as national champions defending. Ball in, big drive coming, goes to the ground, immediate penalty. Dylan Lewis picks it up, but they're going to slow this one down. Imagine they push this one downfield and take a line out a little further down as you see Omar Al-Jandari getting up a little slowly.
From there from Brown, as you come to expect, it's just the timing and the cohesiveness, and that just disintegrates the opposition play.
Ball coming across from Lansanur. Get it to Estevez. Estevez puts it out to Rosenmeyer. Rosenmeyer has a hold of this ball. Off they go 2 minutes into the second half. Nice flat ball there from Lansanur. Fairfield trying to disrupt. No penalty. Lansanur is going to put a little wider this time to Dyer. Little wraparound. Doesn't happen. Ball goes to Mertzel. Mertzel's going to have to take one of the contact. Well covered. Lewis moves it again. Good pressure coming in from Fairfield. Trying to get the ball back to Ejua, but it doesn't go. It winds up in Fairfield University's hands. Little pass didn't happen there. And Connor McCabe has a hold of it. Connor McCabe brings that one in as they move it on to some of the big units. Really working at it there, going in. Mike Fitzgerald able to recycle that. Bouncing pass to Vicky. They're going to go for a high ball. Lansanur takes it. Some pressure coming on. He's got a runner outside him. He's going to hang on to it. Lansanur finds a break. Lansanur gets across midfield. Players coming in to clean that one up. Have done.
Just watch entry, okay?
Coming off Lewis to the right-hand side, but ball just knocked out of his hands there. Just a little careless. Taking that one out. Lewis moves that ball back. Kick here from Brown. Looking to find some ground there. Have not. Another run coming from the back here from the Vicky. Ball hits the ground. Brown having to work back on this one. That's Mertzel. Mertzel, not one of their strongest kickers, but can get the job done. He's going to take that one into contact. Brown's going to be able to reset this. Lewis gets back there. Corbett calling for the ball to be put into touch eventually. They take that one down. We'll see who the kicker is. But imagine they'll have Ejua and Lansanur back there, but disrupted by Fairfield. They have to set this one again. Ball back now into JT Dyer's hands. Dyer pushes that one down. It's going to be a line out for the Stags in a good position.
Yeah, well, that had everything. That was in play for the best part of 3 minutes there, which is absolutely exhausting. It doesn't sound too much. When you're covering yards, you're hitting rucks, you're making tackles, you're carrying. That really does add up. And what I've liked about Fairfield, they're really attacking the Brown rucks. They're not giving them a minute to settle at all because they want a fast game. They don't want it slow.
But it's kind of hard when you guys aren't joining the line out either. Wait till line out's over. Yeah, wait.
May putting this one in. Little messy. Goes back over the top there. Winds up in Shane Baffa's hands, but he knocked it on. I think it was intended for Mercer-Robinson, who didn't quite get there. It's going to be a scrum here for Brown, and they'll be happy to have this ball as we're just under 5 minutes gone in the second half. 3 points in it here in Friday Night Rugby.
Yeah, this is tight. It really is a clash of styles right now. Brown have got their points from just putting maximum pressure around the set piece. Fairfield have just been opening the rugby up. But over a course of 80 minutes, you have to feel that that set piece needs to tidy up for Fairfield if they want to get themselves over the line.
Wait.
Lewis gets that one in. The drive comes in from Brown. Not getting as much power as they would normally like. Driving forward well now. Should get some kind of penalty advantage here. But the ball's just hit the ground. Referee says we're going to need to play here, boys. Fairfield in and over that one. We're going to get a penalty. Player not supporting their own weight.
Hands on the ground.
The number 9, Colin Brady.
Stay on your feet, please. Go for the ball. Go for the ball next time, not the ground.
Just look back at this scrum. Once again, probably not the lowest position that Brown's had, but it's dominant enough. And I'm surprised there that they didn't get called up for a penalty, but it seems that the balls came out, played on.
And Fairfield's going to take that one quick. Ball went down, didn't make touch.
No, you're...
To the boot they go.
Yep, that's fine now.
To the hands of Henry Gabriel. He moves to Lonsanur. Lonsanur thought about a Jua. He hangs on to it. It's just inside the half there. With pressure coming in from Fairfield again. They have some room out to the width here if they can get it there. Looking for that little pass. It doesn't materialize. Pressure coming in again from Fairfield. As Greg was saying, the breakdown an area they are really targeting here. Big run coming in from Matt Mitchell. Little tip pass onto him there. Finds that space. Lewis looking again. A little slow to Lonsanur. Gets to Corbett in the middle of the field. Corbett has been pretty well marked here as they move the ball. Instead of sending it in, they get it to Dyer. Dyer's going to hang one up in the air. And it just goes directly into touch. Going to come back and be a line out where he kicked it from for Fairfield. Some little mistakes creeping in here for Brown.
Yeah, you tend to find, as I mentioned in the first half, as the phase count increases for Brown, they do seem to lose their way, lose their shape. They try and get that momentum really early. And it's just a really good battle right now. This game is really on a knife edge. It's just exciting to watch, and both teams going at it.
See Coach LaFlamme in the background there, patiently watching his team. Fairfield lines up again here. See if they made any line-out adjustments at halftime. They've got Corbett going up to try to take that one, but uncontested, goes back a little messy. Players from Fairfield diving down on this one, able to recover. Stags ball around their own 22. Pressure coming in from Brown. They're not going to be able to turn that one over. Ball again. Ovicki's going to go to the air. Just a little chip through, looking for the space. Goes over Lewis, gets kicked around to a couple of people. Sinfield winds up with it. Ball down. Players seem to take a bit of a knock there.
Wait, guys, I've got 15 people asking me questions. Yeah, but once you're on your knees, you're out of the game. It's right here, and it's a Brown scrum, but we do have a player down. I'm going to take time off.
Referee calling for a Brown scrum here with a player that went down on that last passage of play there.
Where's the ball? Come on, the ball. No, I just want to put it here so I remember.
Like Teixeira, trainer for Brown University.
I like how Novecki is really mixing up his kicks. Just look at that chip kick. He knows that Brown are putting maximum pressure on with their line speed, so he's just finding that space in behind. An unfortunate knock on, but I mentioned at the start of the first half as well, just how he's mixing up his kicks. As we just look at a collision in the air here, I don't think there's too much in it. Looks like he gets a bit of a knock on the knee. Slightly unfortunate incident there, but he looks like in a bit of pain. We hope he's okay.
Milo O'Donoghue, a New York City native, who played some rugby in England, one of 3 O'Donoghue brothers in the Brown program.
Guys, you guys still got a guy on the ground over here, so. 14-11. Oh, yeah, thanks. Someone asked me, I was like, shit, I don't know. Yeah, I know. Who's fucking seeing you're over there, yeah? I asked, I said, could you put that on? They're like, no. Like, what? All right. Have you got a sub on for that guy, 11?
Big hits coming in from both of these teams here, you see.
Okay.
No lack of aggression between the two of them. See a big double tackle coming in there from Gabriel and Ajua. Going to be a Brown scrum here. 8 minutes gone in the second half. Very tight matchup here. Space on the right-hand side for Esteves if he chooses to go that way. Esteves, the Brown number 8, captain the Portuguese under-18 team. Esteves has the ball at his feet. It's gone down, but referee says you're going to have to play the one. Dyer looking for some runners, finds Ajua in the middle of the field. Ajua puts it over to Lonsanur. Lonsanur going to have to go to ground there. Fairfield player just diving right over the top of that, but referee letting him play. Didn't seem to be illegal there. Off they
Lost
go.
forward.
Ball spills forward off of Fairfield this time. It's in
Scrum advantage.
Piblato's hands.
Scrum
Piblato takes that one
advantage.
to ground.
Scrum advantage.
Ball coming across Rosenmeyer. There's a scrum advantage here for the
Yeah,
Brown
no advantage.
Bears. The referee's going to
Going
whistle up. We'll
sideways.
come back to that scrum. But a Fairfield player dove over just a second ago there, Craig. I might have been seeing that incorrectly.
Yeah,
Some of the penalty.
he looked like he left his
Just going
feet and potentially
sideways, no
came in from the
advantage.
side as well. But it just shows you from a Fairfield point of view the amount of pressure they're trying to put on just as we look back at the replay here. So once again, a good tackle. Fairfield are doing well to get into the ground. Yeah, it looks like he comes from the side there and maybe off his feet. He got away with that one, but not for too long because it ended up a knock-on. And I can envisage here a big Brown scrum, draw the penalty, potentially kick it over for 3 points, John, you know.
McCabe got away with that one. Number 14 coming in on the angle. Dylan Lewis put this one in.
Sit!
Craig said Brown may be looking for a big scrum here. Push this one downfield. There it is, the power coming in. The Stags holding up well, starting to drift back a little bit. Starting to lose their footing there.
Yeah, advantage.
Referee spots it, gives them the advantage.
Binding.
This is Brown's
Penalty
game.
advantage.
Something they really need to get themselves some concentration. Dyer goes for it.
Yeah, it was
So we're going
knocked
to
on
come
there.
back to
Coming back for the penalty.
the penalty after a knock-on from JT
Flanker
Dyer.
off the
Yeah, I
scrum.
could see that coming from a long way, just how Brown's scrum's been going. Really drawing in that penalty. And it'd be interesting to see what decision they make here. Do they put it in the corner and do they go for the try,
Really?
or do they take the points
Oh,
on
guys,
offer?
just trying to have
Montano
fun.
has a great boot. It looks like they're going for the try.
Dyer is going to go for the corner. JT Dyer from Kentfield, California, played San Francisco Gold Gate when he was in high
must
school,
be
a
able to
high
handle
school
number
American.
It's not the longest of kicks there, so if they're going to maul this in,
No,
they're going to
line
have to do it from the best part of 22 meters out.
You can see players losing their bind there in the
Hold on,
scrum,
guys, got a
resulting in
red
that penalty.
All right.
Fairfield has made some changes in their forward pack. Alhasso
Yeah, let's go.
put this one
Guys, you
in.
need to step back about
Yeah.
3 meters. You're all offside. Or you can have a penalty, okay, guys?
Referee
Step back.
making sure the Brown back line is onside back
choose.
there. Ball up, putting it in down to the side. A little trickery there
Hey,
from
ball!
Brown, trying to get this one rolling. Big Ace of Rosenmeyer has it there. As they work the ball back, it's in Corbett's hands at the back of this maul.
No,
Big
that's down
driving
by
coming
Brown.
on. Is
Down
it
by Brown.
not illegal? It's fine. Corbett launches one there. It doesn't go to anyone in particular, so they're going to have to play from nothing here, but a nice break coming in. Away they go. Dyer gets to Lancenor. Lancenor just hands it off. They're going to have to recycle this and get their structure back, are the Brown Bears. Rosenmeyer looked for the little tip pass, but it wasn't there. Gabriel comes in to clean that one up. Lancenor looking off to the left-hand side here. Gets to the Sinfield. Sinfield gets dragged back. Fairfield players trying to rip that ball away at the breakdown, as they have done all day. Here's a nice little run coming in from Gabriel. Gabriel, effective ball in hand. Able to work that one back. Lewis has it. Lewis just takes a step. Jua gets a little wraparound. Gets the ball out there to Piblato. Piblato hits the ground. Possibly could have gotten up. Fairfield, the fly out. No, Vicky putting in the counter ruck there. As the ball comes back to Gabriel again. Henry Gabriel loses the ball. A knock on here. It's going to be a scrum for Fairfield. Good result. Good defense, Fairfield University.
Absolutely huge result from Fairfield. Brilliant defense, keeping that phase count high. But each time they're putting maximum pressure at the ruck. Whether they're not, they're stealing it, they're just slowing it down, and that allows them to get defensive numbers onto the ball. And that's exactly what happens here. When you have high defensive numbers, you can really target the ball carrier. It's exactly what happened there. Forced the knock on. Brilliant for the defense. Steve Bello, defense coach for Fairfield. Yeah, that's a hit tap. Hat tip. Yeah.
There you go. You see the big number 18, Chris O'Halloran Gannon in the game now. 6'5", 300 pounds from New York. He was a captain of Xavier High School. First-year player here, so trying to bring in some hefty reserves here, some powerful players to hold down the scrum against Brown. O'Halloran Gannon will have his hands full with Algin Dari in this Brown set of forwards.
Crouch! Bind! Sit! Yep.
Big drive coming in from Brown. Referee says it just went around too quick. Going to bring that one back up. Going to have to drive that one straight through.
Straight around, guys. Did not go
Brown,
forward.
clearly you can see what they're trying to do here.
Yeah, Fairfield just needs to stay low, tight, and this is all about speed. You've got to think like a 7 scrum. Get that ball in and out. Now, it's easier said than done. The Brown scrum is very dominant right now. If they can just get that ball out, even number 8 picking it up, they've got themselves a big chance.
Sit!
Ball coming in from Fairfield, well hooked, but it's coming back. The penalty for a player driving illegally from Brown University, so it'll be a good result here for Fairfield. He's going to get to push this one downfield.
Huge result, absolutely huge. As we're just back in, but it looks like Brown just can't see from this angle, but not driving straight. It's right in front of the referee, so we've got to be a bit cleaner than that.
Fairfield pushes it downfield. It will be a line out for the Stags.
Like those. They look good on film.
Good
Yeah, nailed
distance
it.
on that.
I got one today.
30 meters out from the Brown line. Just 3 points in it. Just under 15 minutes gone here in the second half.
Yeah, stay there, eh? Stay there. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Ball in the middle. Trying to sort that out. Halloran Gannon gets that back. Fairfield working their way towards the Brown 22, but ripped away there. Players seem to dive right over that from Fairfield, and has indeed. That is the first-year player. A little mistake creeps in from a Halloran Gannon.
We go all day. Off your feet.
That was an excellent rip there, number 6. We highlighted him at the top of the show. Casper Lalo, just look how he's in there. He's using that right arm to really rip that ball. That is wonderful technique under a lot of pressure. And he gets a massive turnover for his team, because that gives Brown field position and they can control proceedings.
Well, they made a change as Brown. They moved Henry Gabriel into the front row for Alhasso, the normal lineout thrower. And they have Rose Dolnick, the first-year player, has come in. So changing lineout throwers here. We'll see how the difference is made. Sorry, that's still Alhasso. It looks like they've taken Gabriel out. Mixing up players here. My apologies. Mixed up with Henrique with a bunch of people over the years. I'm really going to figure out who this young man is, because he's a heck of a player. He's still in the game. Ball up. Not the prettiest of lineouts, but it's going to come back to Brown. Players from Fairfield have fallen to the ground there, but referee says it's just gone down. Asking to play. Lewis gets it out there. Little tip pass here. These have been effective in these early phases for the Brown Bears. Lewis once again has Lansanur. Lansanur going to move it to Ajua. Ajua breaks through, finds a little bit of room there. Powerful player is this first-year English-born player. Finally gets taken to the ground. Pressure again coming in, but offsides against Fairfield. Free play here for the Brown Bears. Ball comes back to Lewis. Lewis goes off to the right-hand side. Little chip through from Dyer. Players running onto it. Going to come back for the penalty.
17.
However, good thinking there by Brown, because they're going to get this either way here. Putting in behind that Fairfield defense.
17 in front.
Yeah, number 17 for Fairfield, James Malvey, just got himself a bit offside. But when we look back at Ajua, look at the power from the freshman. Spinning out of the tackle, fending under maximum pressure. This is great work. Excellent from number 13 there. Gets his team some go forward. Yeah, and then number 17, James Malvey, a little bit too eager to get off the line, to get his kind of imprint into this game. Unfortunately, gives away the penalty. And Brown get to go into the corner. And Fairfield are going to do well to survive this one.
Line out coming for Brown. They're working their way up there a bit slowly. There will be some trickery coming.
Yeah,
Alhasso, and definitely Alhasso to put this one in.
Over. What are you doing, mate? No, get in. In or out, mate. Yeah. No, you can be the scrum half, 2 meters. Yep. Inside the 15.
Orbit at the front. Referee explaining the laws, where people can stand. Looking for a little advantage here. Not too big gap in the line out there. They're going to look to the front here to Corbett. Corbett loses that one. Lewis gets it out into Dyer's hands, but they're catching the ball a little flat-footed here. Now they're okay as Keigo Hachisuka gets it to Ejua. Ejua going for the side of the field. He's going to have to come back in. He is in a forest of red right there. Red jerseys everywhere. Pressure again. Good work by the Stags. We're close to the line. This is A very good place for Brown to be. They can be
No,
methodical
you're
in
off
these
your feet
tight
now.
areas.
Let it come. You've got your elbows
Corbett
on the ground.
took
That is
that
off
one
your
in.
feet.
Ball back, players off their feet. They have an advantage here, but the ball goes back. Brown still on the move here. Ajua has to clean that one up.
Good.
Ball comes out, little pop up there.
Move tacklers. No, advantage.
Have an advantage here
You've gone over the
against
ball.
Fairfield. Player not
You've
rolling
lifted your feet
away.
and gone over the ball.
So Brown opportunity here. See Ali Corbett just calming people down. I imagine they'll go for the corner again.
Yeah,
Held on
it's
to the ball,
surprising
fell
that
over.
the referee Miles McIver hasn't had a word with
Fall over,
Fairfield.
get a
That's a few
penalty.
penalties they've started to give away now. And if you look back in the first half, as Ollie Corbett
Okay.
just talks to the referee
Yeah,
there.
it did take a while to throw the ball in too. I'll go.
Because I was trying to get a ton of
Not
Okay,
quite
I'll
the
go-
kick they would have wanted there as we take another look at it.
Yeah, just
Okay,
not
I'll go in
rolling
the front,
away
it's fine,
or
okay?
the tackler just getting in the way. Easy for the referee to give there. But as I said, that's a few penalties. Brown got a team penalty, yellow card actually in the first half for consistent infringements. Fairfield have got to be running it a little bit close too. So they've got to repel this line out. They did a good job just a few moments ago stopping it. See if they can do it again.
Up to Estevez, the middle lineup they go. They've got some bodies working in there, driving it forward. Creeping in field, still moving forward, haven't stopped yet. Referee happy with proceedings so far. Off they go. We have advantage here to knock on. It's going to be a scrum for Fairfield deep in their own zone.
Lost forward in the ball.
Just see what that means to Fairfield. Big celebrations from the pack because that is really difficult to stop. They did get a bit of momentum on, but they got it going sideways from a Fairfield point of view, and then they add their bodies in. It looks like they forced a bit of a knock on there. The ball spills out, and that's great pressure. You can see the ball just at the bottom there of the maul spills out. That's forced a knock on, and that gives them a chance to clear their lines.
We are 3/4 of the way through this National Collegiate Rugby Friday Night Rugby matchup. One of the best we've had all year. It's a 3-point game. Fairfield scrummaging with their backs to the wall, deep inside their own end, down 3 points. Big power coming in from Brown. Here it goes. Where's that ball going to be? Is it going to be lost? Pressure comes in. It is going to be a penalty for Brown. You can see Ali Corbett very pleased right there. That is the Brown result they were looking for.
Scrum. Scrum.
I'm surprised they're taking the scrum here. I can imagine they're going to try and scrummage your way through just as we look back at this one. Defensive scrum from Brown here, but just look at that power. And once it goes, it is going. And that's really difficult to stop. The referee's got no other option to reward the penalty. And then Brown, as you would imagine, have taken it to the scrum again, once again.
Historically, Brown in this area, you know, they can drive the ball over straight in for a try. Estevez at the back there. They've been able to draw more penalties and get props put in the sin bin for just not being able to withstand the pressure there. So they have a lot of options here. Fairfield are really going to have to get hold of this one. Big push coming from Brown. It's starting to crumble back there, but the ball sneaks out. Lewis gets a hold of it. Lewis in and Lewis over. Lewis, good presence of mind there. Scores a try, the number 9, and Brown extends their lead.
And it looks more relief from Brown. You see when Lewis went over, it was more, ooh, thanks for that, as opposed to a big celebration because they know they're in the game here. Dylan Lewis applied mathematics. He really did it well. So they got the shunt on, but Estevez lost control of it at the back. But a nice little step, beats 3 players, and Lewis won't get an easier try than that. But arguably, he might not get a more important try than that. That was massive in terms of how this game goes.
Great work by the senior from Ryan, New York.
No, guys. No. When the sticks are at the back, you got to go under the sticks, okay? The football posts, okay? 30 seconds.
Lonsanur right in front here, looking to add another 2 points to the tally for Brown. Lonsanur lined it up. Lonsanur hits it. That's another 2 points. So we take a look at his scampering try here from Lewis.
Yeah, really good awareness, great footwork, reaches over to score. And it's just that set piece is, they had 3 or 4 set pieces deep in the Fairfield half, and that pressure just turned into 7 points.
21-11, 10 points in it. Fairfield to kick this one off. Fairfield, a few reserves in the field now, trying to up their tempo a little bit. Ball comes down to Brown. Gonna launch this one downfield, looking for touch. Don't find it. Keep it in. That's Patrick Burke. Patrick Burke.
Okay, red.
Puts it to boot again.
Keep it
That's
tight.
a
You're
very
offside,
Gaelic
eight.
football style of kicking there.
Do not
Pushes it in
advance.
behind Lonsanur. So
Thank you.
Lonsanur moves it out in the middle of the field. Estevez has hold of it. Estevez loves to make big bruising runs and does again. Lewis to try score. Gets it to Lonsanur. Lonsanur waiting pot of forwards. They're playing inside their own 40-meter line. Looking to put some phases together are the Brown Bears. Go to the boot
Okay,
of
everyone's
Lonsanur. He finds some space downfield. Well taken. Nice high kick from Fairfield.
Okay.
Ball is going to bounce. Ball is going to hit the ground. Lost in the lights a little bit there. So a little bit of pressure coming on here for Henry Gabriel. Henry Gabriel, a couple of players hanging on to him, but able to get forward there. A Fairfield player stuck in the middle of this. Going to get penalized right away. Just good, savvy play by Gabriel there.
Yeah, well, first of all, don't let the ball bounce. I thought Lonsanur was going to get his hands on it, but they left it to number 7, Gabriel, who picked that ball back up, and he was under a lot of pressure. It was unfortunate from a Fairfield Stags point of view. They just got caught the wrong side of the ball, but you never want that ball to bounce. But what he did do after this, just look how he got himself back. He got himself square, and look at that fen. When he gets those big legs moving, he stays nice and strong, and that eventually works the penalty. But unfortunate for Fairfield there, they get caught right there. Slows the ball down. Easy decision for a referee.
Brown pushes it downfield. Line out to come for the Bears. Bears using their bench a little more sparingly here.
Here he comes. I think he was just having a breather. I think he's out of breath after that run. So was I.
Referee a little lighthearted there, getting players back into the game. El Hasso to put this one in.
Is it the
See
line,
May
Johnny?
and Algin
Yeah,
Dari
it's
at
a
the front
line,
there,
guys,
the big
so
number
half a meter.
ones
It's
for
not
both
half
of their
a meter.
teams.
This is the
Algin
middle.
Dari, senior from Fairport, New York. The Fairport Rugby
Quiet.
Club and the
You're
Rochester
standing on the line,
Aardvarks.
Wait.
The gap just closes down again there, so Brown going to work it around. Going to go to the front to Matt Mitchell. It's going to bounce on the ground and knocked forward there by Brown. Not seen by referee or assistant referee, but ripped away by the Fairfield University Stags. That player is held up, driven backwards in the tackle. Estevez trying to rip that one away. Players just stuck in there. Where they're going to dig this one away from.
Forward.
Referee's going to bring
It's
it up as
unplayable,
going
guys.
forward.
It's
It's going to be a Brown scrum.
The players all off their feet. Okay, Brown moving forward.
Yeah, it looks like Brown
moving forward.
Looking that call there. I'm not too sure if the maul was called. Therefore, when that went down, it should have been a Fairfield ball. But if we just look back on here,
Referee said it was unplayable, so that one's going to go to Brown. There's a little knock on there that was missed too.
yeah, I'm not sure if that's classed as a maul or not. Whether he called it. Or
Refs are human. Even Miles McIver.
Sit! Push straight!
Oh, we have a Brown scrum. We move on.
Down, you again.
Penalty quickly there. Unable to
Same
hold this
thing.
up.
Straight
May
down.
has switched to tight head side.
Stay on your
Have
feet.
Malvey in there. Malvey, the senior from Manhasset, New York.
Yep. Straight down.
Gonna hit the 67-minute mark of this 80-minute contest. Launched downfield by Dyer, getting a little more ground that time. Going to be a Brown line out inside the 22 of the Fairfield University Stags.
Yeah, Fairfield have been putting much more pressure on the defensive lineup. They've got a few
All right, boys,
turnovers.
67 minutes into
They've
the
put
game.
under a
Let's
bit of
sort out
pressure.
this line out.
Brown haven't had it the whole way. If Fairfield are going to get
Okay,
into
good.
this game and get a score, they're going to have to stop this one here.
Stop,
But
Reed.
Brown are really starting to turn the
Back
screw
line.
now.
Corbett at the front. Full line out for them. They go to Corbett in the middle. They switch it again.
Ball!
Gabriel at the back of that one. Right in the middle. Ball works back. It's on the ground. Lewis gets it out in the middle of the field, looking at a couple of runners. They bring it back in. Nice work by Sinfield. Sinfield taking to the ground originally. Lots of
Out,
Newer has
14.
come in over that one. Player hadn't retreated there for Fairfield, but it's going to be okay. They're going to come back inside to Estevez. Estevez will work his way into the Fairfield defense and reproduce that ball. Lewis goes to big Omar Algindari. Algindari,
Advantage.
the contact.
Release.
Another advantage here,
Tackle
not
release.
releasing. A lot of penalties down in the zone from Fairfield. A few minutes apart, however. We're going to
Tackle
come
release.
back. That rip by Malvey and not going to be deemed fair. We're going to come back for a penalty here for
Again,
Brown.
laying on the ball.
Interesting
no
from
release.
Brown now. Do they go for a try to get that
11.
bonus point, which might be vital at the end
Hey,
of the
Cap,
season?
Cap.
Or do they make sure they just secure the win, maybe kick it over, take that to 25?
Not releasing. Player
Just as
lay
we
on the
look
ball,
back at
never
this
release.
penalty here,
Yep.
it looks like players are off their feet. Yeah, not supporting their weight. It's an easy penalty once again to Fairfield. It just get a bit sloppy at that breakdown now.
Just that aggression on defense, has been working for him for 65 minutes, but now just starting to find some little gaps in there. As Aljandari is up, and Lontanur has ball in hand, so he may be going for these points here.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, I think so.
I was surprised. I thought they were going for the bonus point myself.
Yeah, well, look, it's a testament to
yeah,
Fairfield. Brown clearly
Black.
want to win the game
Don't jump or
first and
make a noise or
foremost
do
and
anything
worry
silly,
about
okay?
bonus
Thank you.
points at the other side of it. Yeah, it looks like they're going to take the 3, nudge the score up to 24, which would be quite a big lead to pull back in the last 10 minutes, and then maybe look for the try in the last 10 minutes. But I think this is more a testament to Fairfield and how they've been defending.
Lontanur set to kick this one. The biology and economics major. Played for the Singapore Cricket Club. Beautiful spot in that city. Lontanur chips that one through. They're good with another 3 points, so 24 to 11. 10 and a half minutes to go on our game clock.
Red sub.
It'll be a little different from the referee's clocks we saw in the first half. So we're going to see whether they will indeed get that bonus point.
Yeah, good decision. But first of all, we just mentioned it before. Just make sure you get that win. If you're from a Brown point of view, bonus points are exactly that, the bonuses. But you want to really secure that 4 just to keep that scoreboard pressure. And as Fairfield chase the game now, there might be more holes available.
Little short kick there, but it's going to be fielded by Corbett. Corbett works his way into a couple of defenders there, including O'Halloran and Gannon. Ball back to Matt Mitchell. Lewis
Every fucking time. Sorry.
gets it back. Referee a little frustrated with something there. Ball goes into the hands of one of the Fairfield players, but it's blocked by Brown. They still have a hold of it. It's Stodolnik there. Ball comes up into Baffa's hands. He's pushing a touch. Going to be a line out here for Brown just inside the Fairfield half.
Okay, Brown throw.
Yeah, you can see players are starting to be littered around the field now, cramps setting in. There's going to be a few sore bodies tomorrow on both teams. This has been a very, very physical encounter.
Fullback Burke has had an excellent game.
Don't tell anyone in New Zealand. I hope this is not broadcast. Yeah, it's a line. It's the line's the middle way. Oh, no, it's not. Here we go.
Line out there. You see Brown lining this one up. 5-man
Guys,
line
can
out
you
coming
take one
in. May
step?
go
Thank
quicker
you.
off the top this time.
Thank you, guys.
Corbett in the red scrum cap at the front. They go quickly to Corbett. Corbett comes down. Player wrapped up with him there. Okay, according to the referee. Drive that one back in, trying to keep some defenders on this side. Lewis, steady as ever, gets that one moving to Dyer. Dyer, Corbett, little pop passes out there. They're using the forwards in the middle of the field, trying to punch some holes. Gabriel eventually takes that one in. They're going to work their way back in this direction. Little show there from Dyer, but that rushing defense coming in from Fairfield, they have to hang on to it.
Yeah, just
Player there knocked it on from
just a little
Brown.
knock there, guys. Unlucky.
Back be a scrum here for Fairfield just inside the Brown half.
Well, this is a good opportunity for Brown and their coaching team for sure, because this is the most pressure they've had in 3 games. And you can see as those phase count starts to build, their structure does drop off. So I'm sure other teams are going to be watching this, very excited for the rest of the season. But Fairfield have really targeted that run, really slowed it down, and that is giving themselves a foothold in this game for sure. So there's just positives all around. It's just we look back here, just maximum pressure from Fairfield. They're everywhere. They've just got numbers around the ball. Maybe just a little bit of impatience. That offload wasn't on. And look at that turnover. Who's over the ball?
7.5 minutes to go on the game clock. Big pressure coming in from Brown, trying to draw that penalty. Ball is in the middle there somewhere. Comes squirting out Brown way. Adjua has it. Adjua holds, gets the pass away.
Touch.
Player able to get it to his boot there. Adjua playing a little bit of soccer here. Pushes it downfield. There's a foot race on. That bonus point could be about to come. Adjua gets a hold of it. Adjua knocks it on. Going to come back here for a 5-meter scrum for Fairfield.
Oh, unfortunate for Majura. Your 40 was in. The guy's from England, so he knows his way around. They call it football over there. He knows his way around. There's some nice pressure on. I think he knew he was going to knock that on, so he just kicked it through.
Hi, everyone.
Potentially came from an offside position there, if we just look
Guys,
back
hello.
at this.
Hi. Hey, guys.
Yeah, so we look back. Yeah, he looks well offside from this view. So they got away with that. It looks like Brown are going to have a scrum. Well, Fairfield are going to have a scrum in the 5-meter channel. This puts them under a lot of pressure.
Crouch.
Maybe it's karma that he didn't get that try down there. This is a tough place to play from.
Brown driving that one in, goes to the ground quickly. Penalty this time against Brown. Looks like players are just trying to drive that a little too quickly. A little over-eager there around the scrum. It's going to be a penalty for Fairfield.
Yeah, Fairfield needed that. It's probably 73 minutes in the game. It's a little bit too late. But as you said there, John, I think Brown were just really trying to force that turnover. They gave away a penalty.
Not getting too much distance. May has the ball in hand for Fairfield. Brown will look to disrupt this.
Yeah, don't touch him. Just make it.
Malvey the front, wearing number 17. No Vicky there. An excellent game as the fly half. Ball up to the middle, taken away by Corbett, but winds up back in Fairfield hands. They're okay. Players trying to rip that one over.
The ball's gone. Ball's
Out
gone.
to the middle of the field they go. Fairfield want to keep playing here, obviously. Very proud program, very good day for them despite the scoreline. Showed a lot of good work against one of the top teams out there. Looking at the little tip pass, but hanging on to it is John May, captain leading by example. Ball back here, into the back. Looking over the top, they get it out to the wing. They have the speed to go. The Jew is going to get in there and try to rip that ball away. That was McHale, the freshman who brought it in. Back up to May, happy to carry. All over the field. Fairfield getting a little bit of a rumble on here. There's O'Halloran Gannon. Is he going to get turned over by Brown? It certainly looks that way. A Brown University turnover under 5 minutes to go in the game. Just a couple of words here.
What's the time?
4. Where you go?
Referee says about 4 minutes to go.
Holding on.
It's a good attack overall there from Fairfield, but credit to Brown. They've got numbers around. Just as we're looking, see them looking for a big carry here, but they've got two players double tackle, then 2 guys going for the poach. They're all over it. Was there a clear release there? I'm not too sure. It doesn't matter. They painted a picture, and the referee deemed that that was a turnover. So Brown can now chase that bonus point.
Yeah, okay. Nothing silly.
Brown is indeed going to chase that bonus point and see him put it down into the corner there.
Excuse me.
See O'Halloran Gannon having a couple of words. The freshman with Estevez. Just a little emotion boiling over here. They'll all be friends in about 3.5 minutes.
I'm taking time since we're doing subs for 3 minutes before the end of the game, and they're up by a couple of points.
Fairfield, they've still got a lot to play for. If they can get a converted try, that's a bonus point, which is really important. And when you're searching, it's the top 4 that go through to the playoffs. This could be really, really important. Not many teams are going to pick up any points against Brown. So it's really important that Fairfield stick to it, try and get that try. But on the other hand, Brown now, they're going for that bonus point try.
Okay, take steps, take step. Thank you, thank you.
Going to become important as you get to the business end of the season coming up in a few weeks. To the middle of the line out, go Brown. They're going to drive this one forward. Good work pushing it backwards as Fairfield is just grabbing across field a little bit. Going to have to go for it eventually. Halloran Gannon in the middle there has his hands on the ball.
He was always on him.
Carrier, so it's okay. Referee's going to say play. Comes out quickly. It gets bounced up in the air. Knock on there. It's going to be a scrum here for the Stags.
Guys, he had the ball. He had the ball. He had the ball.
Very big tackle at the end there.
Let's finish this game out cleanly.
Looks like Mertzel felt that one.
Yeah, Mertzel takes a little shot, does the wing.
Time off, Captain. Hey, Captain, come here.
Referee's going to have word with the captains. He just wants to end off this game peacefully. Let's listen in.
2 minutes left in this game, guys. You guys want to play like this, be silly. There's ramification for the rest of the season, okay? A player gets a red card and gets a ban for the rest of the season. It's not worth it. Okay, we've got 2 minutes left here, guys. Okay, keep it clean, please. Guys, any afters? I'm just going to remove them, okay? Thanks.
Referee lets them know anybody messes around like that, they're just going off the field. And red cards would have big ramifications. Players suspended for a couple of weeks. Next level rugby would certainly have some video to show them.
Absolutely, but it's been a great contest, very clean. Both teams going at it. So the referee, really good referee in there, just diffusing the situation, calming it down. That's playing the right spirit of the game, which both teams are.
Bind! Sit! What's your angle, Steven?
Together. Brown trying to squeeze this one away.
Ball's way out.
They are going to keep playing here. Brady moves it out to Novicki. Into Burke they go. Burke gets it over the top. They're looking for that losing bonus point. Are the Fairfield University Stags. Monsenor tries to get in over that one, but it's still Stags ball. Under 2 minutes to go in the game.
Good.
Over halfway go the Stags. Halloran Gannon got turned over in his last carry.
No, let it go now, Rock.
Recycle this one just a bit better.
Good.
All the way there to Novicki. Novicki has to step back in. He's caught. Another big tackle coming in that time on Mike Fitzgerald. Gerald just working his way through this game. Now some pressure coming in from Gabriel. Ball going out wide there. Kevin Spahn makes that pass for Fairfield. Ball up and into the hands of a waiting runner for Fairfield. Ajua tries to come in over it, but he can't turn that one over. Fairfield, late run of play here. Can they get a losing bonus point? Big break across midfield almost. They're just right there. That's the freshman McHale. Gets that ball ripped away, however, by Brown. Brown on turnover ball right now, looking for their bonus point if they can get it. Lewis is going to chip that one over. Foot race is on here. How is this ball going to bounce? Where is it going to come back? It's going to come into the hands of Baffa. Baffa throws a not great pass to Splan. Ball gets knocked forward there, so we're going to have a scrum here for Brown. Referee looks at his watch. We do have time for this scrum.
This is last
There's
play.
a lot on the line, even in these waning seconds, Craig.
Absolutely. Huge moment coming up. I just want to credit number 9, Dylan Lewis there. Instantly from the turnover, he knew that the Fairfield were in attack, therefore no one in the backfield. That box kick in behind was absolute chaos. Great vision. It's really given himself and his team a big opportunity to push this try over, and that would seal the deal for Brown. And if they can get out of here with 5 league points, that would be absolutely huge, because Fairfield have made this a really tough game. But there's still a big scrum to go. Fairfield are a proud team. I'm not sure they're going to let this go over easily.
Brown in one of their favorite positions here, and as you said, a very proud Fairfield team. There's a huge right side open there. We try to crab it that way a little bit. Here comes the pressure coming in from Brown.
Yeah, I know, I see him, I see him.
Has the ball there, gets out to Lewis. Lewis is near the line. Lewis called into touch. Referee, assistant referee agree. That's the end of our game. No more bonus point there for Brown. But they come away with the win, 24 points to 11. Brown beats Fairfield on National Collegiate Rugby, Friday Night Rugby. What a matchup, Craig.
Yeah, brilliant matchup. 2 good teams. As we thought it would be close. Brown deserved it in the end. Well, credit to Fairfield.
Absolutely. Great work there from Fairfield University. Having a little bit of an up and down season, but showing against one of the best teams in the country, Brown University. And there you have it, 24-11, Brown over Fairfield. That is going to be it for us. National Collegiate Friday Night Rugby. Join us every Friday for great rugby. Thank you to Fairfield University hosting this one at Rafferty Stadium. Thank you to the teams, players, coaches, and fans. Everybody involved doing a great job getting this game going. Everybody at National Collegiate Rugby doing the hard work, putting on great rugby events like this one. And for Next Level Rugby, we have our camera operators and ground producer. We have Mike, the man Baker, doing a lot of the technical work in the background. Ryan, the man with the rugby plan, Ginty, producing everything for Next Level Rugby. And for the contact coach, Craig Wilson, I am John Broker. We'll see you next week. It's going to be Friday Night Rugby again.
Rugby is all about feeling. The feeling when you crouch, when you bind, when you set. The feeling when you go into that first defender. The feeling when you make that first tackle. The feeling when you take that first hit. We are that feeling. We are contact. We are Rhino.
You on my mind a lot. Don't need no time watch. I don't know how I got you in my pocket spot. Yeah, that's babe, need you every day. You like my oxygen. Make it seem like the barging down. Got my heart no barging in. From the bed to the floor to the couch. Might wake the neighbors up. Break you in then break you out. In the end, we gon' make a child. Then we gon' hit the shower. Part 2, we don't need no pause. You can't miss it, we gon' get tipsy. Don't need a power shot.
Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real.
In our game, we play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game.